today, I want you to think about it. If they let you go today, how would you reinvent yourself? What would you do? Would you just go out to look for another job? What would you do? Or either, do you have a plan right now? One of the things when I'm speaking and talking to entrepreneurs or people that are working jobs who aspire to be entrepreneurs, I say, always see your job as a paid internship. I want to hear from you. The number to call is 888-539-2980. 888-539-2980. Has anything ever happened to you, and at the time when it happened, you were just shut down with fear or shock or anger? You couldn't understand it. And then when you look back at it, at some time had passed, and you realize it was the best thing that had happened to you at that time. But because of the shock of it, you couldn't see it. See, when I first lost my job in broadcasting, when I was fired from WVKL radio station, I did not know waiting for me in my future. Shortly thereafter, 1 year later, I ran for the Ohio legislature and I was elected to 3 terms. Waiting in my future, I became a motivational speaker. Waiting in my future, I became an author, wrote a book called Live Your Dreams. When they fired me, had they not fired me, I would have never produced over 10 PBS specials for public television, motivational presentations, and one got an Emmy called You Deserve. Had I not been fired, Helen Keller said, when one door closes, another door opens, but most of us spend so much time looking at and talking about the closed door, we don't see the open door. Had I not been fired, I'd never been selected by Toastmasters International to receive their Golden Gavel Award, or the highest award they give out, and selected among the top 5 speakers in the world, along with General Norman Schwarzkopf and Lee Iacocca, Paul Harvey, and Robert Schuller. Had I not been fired, the life that I'm living right now, the voice that I'm speaking from right now, would not be available to you. It all happened as a result of my being fired. Marion White said, in life, when you don't have enough courage or insight to know that you have outgrown a situation and it's time to move on, life will move on you. And so I want to know, how is it if life moved on you right now, considering automation that's replacing jobs every day, robots replacing jobs every day, software replacing jobs every day, cheap labor abroad. You can get a PhD or somebody with an MBA in the Philippines or in any foreign country for $2.50 an hour. Come on. This is the time you got to think ahead. This is the time you've got to really think, what if I got fired? What would I do? How would I begin to particularly if you're at my age, how would I begin to plug myself into the workforce, or what will I do to make myself more valuable so that I can earn some money with the time that I have left? Because there's some people who are planning on retiring, and that's not an option right now. You got to do what you got to do in order to make things happen. Hello, Jimmy in Redondo Beach. He's a contractor now getting into sales. Tell me, why did you decide to do that? And thank you so much for calling the show, Jimmy.
Hey, Les. First of all, I want to let you know that I'm going to see you and Dave on the 26th there in March.
Oh, man, fantastic. Thank you so much. We look forward to seeing you. You'll see me in rare form. I told Dave I'm going to heat it up for him.
Sounds great. Yeah, the economy has scaled back a lot of jobs as far as that I had bid on and stuff, so I found myself looking for a plan B, and I seen this great opportunity, groundbreaking business, and I said, you know what, let me get involved with this. I've got involved with it, and I'm actually making a few dollars with it, so you know what, I'm going to keep on trying to pursue that, and as I said, I'm coming to see you because the company's looking at me to step up and be a leader in it.
Fantastic. Well, we're going to share some tools with you that will allow you to take your leadership skills to a whole new level, and particularly in the area of how to become a strategic and experiential storyteller and become more effective in your communications. Would you like to do that, Jimmy?
I'd love to do that, Les, and I'd like to have you as my mentor.
All right. Well, you got it. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate your calling in.
You got it. Have a good one. I'll see you on the 26th.
Okay, thank you. Hey, listen, I want to hear from you right now. I want you to call me. I want to know, what is your plan B? Jimmy has a plan B. What is your plan B? Maybe you're already in your plan B. Maybe you've already been fired and you said, like a friend of mine named Sarah, she said, Les, you know what? I said, what? I'm not going out and looking for another job. I'll never be laid off again. A friend of mine, Dizelle, she said, I'll never be fired again. And so they've created a plan B. What's your plan B if you lost a job right now? Maybe you're stuck on a job you don't like, and you say, well, I'm doing it because I've got bills, I've got responsibility. I want you to call me. The number to call is 888-539-2980. We're going to deal with it now. 888-539-2980. Mike in Santa Monica, thank you so much for calling. You're retired from building movie sets, and now you have a design studio. Tell me how you transition into that, Mike.
Well, I build stuff, for Star Trek or Dukes of Hazzard, and then come home and build my own stuff. And over time, people said, where'd you get that? I said, I built it. So this last national election, my pension fund evaporated by half, and I didn't think that was going to last for 10 years to retirement, so I struck out on my own.
Wow. And how's that been working out for you?
It's got its ups and downs, but it's something that I'm in charge of, not the vagaries of the larger economy or, politics.
You know what? That is so true. Because to me, I don't care who gets into the White House. Let me share something with you. They're not going to put any food on my table. I'm responsible for that. I don't care, Republican or Democrat. They're not going to give me my piece of the American pie. I'm going to create my own pie.
That's it.
And that's what you're doing, and good for you, man. I'm so glad to hear that. And there are ups and downs. It's not easy, but I tell you what, you go to bed at night with a clear mind because of the fact that you're not worried about somebody else controlling your future.
That's exactly it. The work is going offshore, and in another decade it won't be here at all. So.
Yes, and what you have to do is just continue to reinvent yourself. Look ahead, see what's happening, and begin to recreate yourself so that you can do something else that suits you and allow you to live the life that you were born to live.
Right, and your point about a paid apprenticeship is exactly on, because I'm using exactly the same skills that I was for, major studios, but now I'm doing it for private clients.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic. All right, well, thank you so much, and I'm so glad to hear that, and congratulations for you for thinking ahead.
Thank you very much.
All right, take care. Thank you for listening to the program. I want to hear from you. The number to call is 888-539-2980. In this economy, you need a plan B, you need a plan C, D, and E. Yes, you do. In this economy, you need to be ready. Valerie in Los Angeles, stuck in education career for 27 years, want to move on. What's holding you back, Valerie?
Well, I'm invested. I'm invested 27 years in a retirement program plan. Won't realize that till I'm age 60.
How old are you now, Valerie?
I'm 48.
You're 48. And so in order for you to get your retirement, you have to stay there for another 12 years in order to get that?
That is correct.
Yes, but there's something that you can create in the meantime and in between time.
Well, I'm earning my doctorate degree once again in educational leadership in May, and I really don't want to go in that direction.
Then why are you doing it if you don't want to go in that direction?
Well,
Hold just a minute, Valerie. First of all, I want to thank you for your patience and holding on. We'll be right back with you. You're going to get a breakthrough right now. If you're just tuning in, my name is Les Brown. We're talking about